Hello everyone, welcome to Bahrain. Now, first of all, before we do get into all the news and stories, before we get into qualifying, which will be in about a few minutes, I do apologize for the little delay we've had in the stream starting. Just it seemed to be a little issue, but we've fixed that and we are back for round number 12 of the season, and this is the final race before we head into the Christmas break. It is the final race of FPRL in 2022. Let's hope it is a mega one, and we are racing around the Bahrain International Circuit. Now, this circuit wasn't even supposed to be on the calendar this year. However, we had Miami, which I think at the time so there was a vote at the beginning for what track the drivers want, and I think it was just because it's a new circuit, etc. So everyone just went for that circuit. But now I think after some time they realized that okay, that was not a very good decision about Miami. So there was another poll of all the circuits that are not on the calendar, and Bahrain won out. It was actually a tie between Bahrain and Canada, but then the decision was made by the owner, which I actually agree with. Bahrain, I do think, has the edge for me over Canada, and it's just a bit more longer, a bit more fun for me personally to watch the races, and obviously it's another night race to add to the spectacle. Right, so as we can see, we have the 8 drivers in the lobby right now. Right, okay, so let's just take you through who is going to be racing today, unless we see someone joining the lobby a tiny bit later. We have Ace, as usual, a very consistent driver. Then we have HB8 Gamer, making his return back after missing last time out in France. Then we have Carlabona, and then we have Noah, who also had to miss out last time due to some network issues. And then we have Torn and Smithy, who, let's not talk too much about France, but did kind of lose out on victory due to a late mistake, but it was the wet conditions, and I think he was very disappointed with himself. Then we have Raphael, and then we have Chad. Now, I have a lot to talk about on Chad, so we will wait on that. So the timer is currently ticking. We will get into qualifying, and what an incredible racetrack this is, as we're about to go into the 18 minutes. So we are back obviously to the 18-minute qualifying. Last time out we just had the one short, but that was due to a sprint race, as we have the 18-minute qualifying session. So let's see who will be able to take pole over 18 minutes, and this will decide the grid for the main race. So if I see anything, I will update you in the Discord. But there is a bit to talk about, but we will start doing that in qualifying. It's just been a bit of a rush to get the stream underway due to the delay we unfortunately had. So let's see what round 12 will provide to us with 8 drivers. So we normally like to have over 10, but I don't think few drivers were free, so that's why we will have 8. However, if any drivers, I'm not too sure on this, but I do think that if any drivers won, they are able to join during qualifying, but they have to spectate it, and then they get a random car and have to just race with that random car. But I think previously I have had where obviously we all know what team they're actually in, so it's usually okay, but we'll have to wait and see on that. However, we do have some cars on the racetrack. In a second we will talk a bit about the championship and last race's results. But first of all, But first of all, just gonna get something up. Right, so as you can see, the different drivers on the circuit, everyone except Smithy is immediately out. I also do need to get the settings up for you. So tires, ignore those for now. So full track map as well. So if we have any spins, we can straight away tell around the circuit. We will take you through some laps later on around this circuit. Anyway, in the meantime, let's talk a tiny bit about this circuit as we see HBA Gamer on his lap and HBA Gamer spinning around. So he's out of the way though for the drivers. So we are racing at Bahrain circuit, as I've already said, for round number 12 of the season. And what a epic season this is being currently. We will get into the championship later. So this is the Bahrain International Circuit, and there is 5.4 kilometers and 3.3 miles around this 15 turn racetrack, and we have 15.2 meters of elevation change as well. And the tire compounds around the circuit, it is the C3, the C2 and the C1 compounds as well. And what a epic circuit this is. Now, there is no rain expected. Well, I wonder who is going to be surprised by that. No rain, don't worry everyone, there will not be any rain today. After we've had quite a bit of rain previously in the last two races, don't think we will be having any more, or any for today at least. Maybe next time out in Singapore and the races to come, we'll hopefully be seeing more. So the laps are coming in. As Noah, I think, just trying to get quickly as possible to the pit lane. Right, so that's just comparing the gaps between the drivers. Here is Ace in the McLaren. Whoever we see next time out on a lap, or actually we'll dive into more laps later on. For now, as it's just the beginning and I haven't been able to have any time to discuss or talk about stuff, let's take you through the Drivers' Championship. Just quickly. Right, okay. So, just trying to find the driver standings for you. There they are. And then we will take you through some laps once I've got through all of the things which I wanted to do at the beginning. In the meantime, we will watch Ace. Well, he's diving it in, so here's Raphael. Torn isn't on a lap, so here's Noah, who's also diving it into the pits. Carlabona, not on a lap either. Doesn't look like anyone's on a lap. So Chad is going to be the next driver, so we'll just leave it on him for now. Anyway, as we will watch Chad, let's talk about Chad a bit. Chad, I think this may be turning into a bit of a dominant show, and if Chad wins today, it will be his 10th race victory in FPRL, and I think it gives him a good buffer going into the Christmas break. Do remember that. It gives him a good buffer because the gap is 43 points currently as it stands. And to say this season has been so close, where we've seen race after race it change between HB8 Gamer and Chad, that will be a big statement, and it will be a good buffer to go into the Christmas break, and it will give him a lot of confidence and a lot of pressure released that this championship is his. However, HB8 Gamer, I don't think is ready yet to be he's not ready to settle yet, as I'm 100% sure he's going to be on the attack, and he's going to try his absolute best to take points away and try and get back in the championship battle. And it's not impossible. You saw Chad has just done it in a few races, so it's absolutely possible for HB8 Gamer. And one of the things HB8 Gamer can do is start on pole and hope that Chad does not qualify in the top 5, because that will also gives him points, and any kind of points he can get will give him an advantage. So those are the top 2, so 43 points behind is HB8 Gamer. Then we have Sine in third, who is not racing today. Not too sure if he's going to be able to rejoin qualifying. I think, sorry, not rejoin qualifying, rejoin for the race. He's not. So I think there's been a little discussion, but we'll dive into that later. We have Noah in 4th. So he lost points after missing out last time in France. Then we have Carlavona in 5th. Raphael in 6th. Ace in 7th. Charlie in 8th. Flame in 9th. And Curver in 10th. Those are the drivers who matter. And let's go on to the constructors now. If anyone's wondering, there is no championship that can be sealed today. So this evening we're not going to get any drivers or constructors championship being sealed. But what we can have is AlphaTauri, who already have one hand on the trophy, maybe putting one hand and a few fingers. But obviously they don't have it till it is absolutely confirmed. So the gap between them is 113 points. So AlphaTauri on 280. Then we have Aston Martin on 167, and then we have Haas behind them in third, 117 points, and then we have McLaren in 4th as Chad comes across the line, and that's how close we want it to be, and that is the gap between the top 2. So we have McLaren in 4th, then Red Bull in 5th, Alfa Romeo in 6th, Williams in 7th, Alpine in 8th, Ferrari in 9th, and Mercedes in 10th. I'm just going to have to quickly rush a tiny bit through it, as I still haven't been able to get everything up, because normally I would be able to get it all up, but obviously, as you know, there's been a bit of delay, so yep, just had to work some stuff out. But I do have everything ready, and I'm just gonna get through then the race results later on. Won't be able to take you through it now, as we want to, I think, focus on some laps here. And I don't think Chad is pushing this time around. Here is Smethy, he's invalidated. Noah's on an out lap, so yeah, we're going to be able to watch some laps around this circuit. So right, just watching HB8 Gamer applying the power. And let's see, this man needs a good race today, or it won't go to plans and may not be his title this year then. So let's start focusing on the drivers. HB8 Gamers coming in. Here is Noah. I think we'll watch a lap with Noah here maybe. Let's actually watch a lap with Noah as he makes his way then round the penultimate and then the last corner, which is barely a corner, and then you open the DRS and you make your way down towards turn number 1. DRS is also enabled as he makes his way. You can see the DRS is open and down into turn number 1, so you got to find your braking point here, and then you're on the power, and then you worry about 2 and 3. So let's see, on the power once again, 2 and 3 navigated perfectly, DRS open. It is the second DRS off, this circuit, and then down into turn number 4, braking early on the power once again. Make sure you don't invalidate as you make your way then through 4, and then here is 5 and 6, as you can see, fastest of all through the first sector. So this looks to be a good lap for Noah, and he applies the power once again, and you make your way then down towards turn number 10, late on the brakes, find your braking zone, and then apply the power once again, the final DRS zone of the circuit, as you make your way then down towards turn number 11, and you can see he's positioning his car so he's able to turn in right over to the white line, but you need to make sure you don't invalidate your lap. Then you're on the power, and then you make your way through turn number 12, and then you worrying about turn number 13, so you want to kind of be able to brake late but then get on the power early as well. Fastest of all through the second sector for him as he now approaches turn number 14, which is the final real corner of this racetrack. As you can see, positioning his car so he can get on the power much more quicker, and let's see then as he makes his way to the line. Purple to the first, purple to the second, is it going to be a purple to the third? Well, guess what? It is purple through the third as well, and it is the fastest lap we have seen for Noah, and he is across the line, and he's gone right to the top. Smithy in second, Chad in third, and we'll try and see if we can take you through another lap. Here is Raphael. We'll do a off-board lap this time around. Oh, I think he's given up, or has he? Nope. Still pushing on with the DRS, as you can see, doing his absolute best out there. Can he bring up some kind of surprise? That's gonna be our question to ask, but wait, we don't have to wait too long till it gets answered, as round the last corners for him and to the pit lane. So don't worry, it won't be answered, or at least won't be answered now. Right, Carlavona, we joined the Aston Martin driver with no DRS open, so no fast lap for him. However, someone here may be on a fast lap down towards turn. Nope, he's not. Okay, slowing down. Come on, tell us, Tornes. Into 10 on the power, and DRS open. He's currently at the back and in 8th position of the order, and he applies the power very, very slowly, and then brake once again, and he is 8/10 up, but he is very, very wide as well. No track limits given to him, as I don't think they thought he gained too much time. And then into the final 2 corners of this circuit on the power, and wait for it, DRS open to the line, and he gains over 8.5 tenths, but still that is massively off the car ahead, which is Ace. And here is Ace as we join him. And we can see the drivers start going out on the circuit. Here is Chad. So we are going to have a battle for pole position coming your way. So let's hope it is a very tight one, like we had last time out around Zandvoort. Noah also coming onto the circuit now, as we see most of them will be coming out unless they want to sit out the final runs of this session. So Chad will be the first driver who has just come from an out lap, and he will be attacking. So we are going to watch him as we see Chad make his way through, currently towards the last sector, but that doesn't matter because he's only on an out lap. But just informing you where he is currently around this circuit. So he makes his way now down towards turn 14 and 15, slowing down because there is a car ahead, so he definitely doesn't want to get interrupted, and he knows this will be an important qualifying lap. So, the championship leader about to attack the Bahrain International Circuit, which holds 15 turns. Some of them harder than others. Let's see how he will navigate the 15 corners of Bahrain International as he makes his way then down towards turn of 1. So he breaks between the 150 meter board on the power once again, and then you're now preparing for turn number 4. So you're over the curb, DRS open, and now your attention to go to 4. Where do you place your car? So around the middle of the curve he goes, and through turn number 4. Apply the power now. Got to be careful that you don't apply it too quickly and then have a spin, and then you make your way through turn number 5 and 6, and it's a blasting first sector for Chad. It is the fastest first sector we've seen. Absolutely amazing through the first sector as he sends it in, and now you got to worry about the next few corners, which are turn number 9 and turn number 10. This is a crucial braking zone. You need to be hard on the brakes, but you also need to make sure you're able to carry the momentum, and that will give you a good run, which is towards the next corner, which is turn number 11. Let's see then. He places the car once again more towards the outside. Use all of the track you can. Flick it in on the power, apply it, and Chad looks to be on a epic lap here as he turns in once again and makes his way towards the next corner, and it's the fastest second sector we've seen as well. So it looks like it's going to be a lap that will take Chad to the top of the table. As it currently stands, we have 10 seconds of the clock to go. Use all you can through the last corners, which is turn number 15, and then make your way towards the line. Is it going to be pole position for Chad? It is going to be a pole position for Chad as he goes to the top of the table. Epic job by Chad, who has got there for now. What can Noah do? Can he find a response then through the final sector of this racetrack as he attacks it, and he now makes his way towards the line? Can Noah snatch pole away from Chad over to the line? Doesn't look like he can. What about Smithy? Can he find something in the tank now as he attacks? Now, and there's a spin there. I think that's for HPA Gamer, and he's also been to a car and he's crashed as well. Attentions currently are going to Smithy. Ruff will start in 4th position. Can Smithy do something at the end? Can he do some late magic to deny the championship leader Chad from starting from pole position as he makes his way now around the 15th and final corner? He goes towards the line. Wait for the Alpine to cut the beam. There we go. He moves up into 2nd, but he can't deny Chad from pole. So it is going to be Chad who will take pole position at Bahrain, and it will be Smithy who will start alongside him. Noah will have to start 3rd. He will be alongside Raphael, and then we will have HPA Gamer, the man 2nd in the championship, unless Carlabona can produce something late on. Wait for it. Let's find out. He's up to 4th. He's up to 4th. So he will be the man alongside Noah. So maybe spoke a tiny bit too soon. Here is the order of everyone. So let's go through it once again. It will be Chad alongside Smithy. And what an epic job by the championship leader that was. We have Noah who will start in 3rd. We have Carlabona who will start in 4th. And then we will have Raphael, who thought he would be starting in 4th, but after Carlabona's late lap gets demoted down to 5th. And then we have HBA Gamer, the man 2nd in the championship, in 6th. And then we have Ace in 7th. And we have Torn starting in 8th. So that's it. So that's your qualifying order. And now we will be getting ready to go racing around Bahrain. So Charlie's saying in the chat that it would have been pole, but it looks like he screwed up somewhere. That must have unfortunately denied him. But what that means, we have a exciting battle lined up for today's race. So let's see what will happen in Bahrain. And I think we're going to have a formation lap first. I do wait for the timer to tick down. Also, tomorrow is the final as well between Argentina and France. So who is going to come out on top? Make sure you let us know in chat. Sene has joined. well, maybe just needed to be a tiny bit earlier. May just be a tiny bit too late, unfortunately for him. And now, unless there is any kind of lobby glitches or anything, don't think he'll be able to participate. So, as we see, the cars make their way through on the formation lap. So, as the drivers just go around on the formation lap, I'm just gonna get everything up right now for you guys, so you guys get the best information possible. So we'll go on actually tires at the beginning, because we can see a split. Top two on the mediums, Noah on the hards, then we have Carlabona, Raphael, HBA Gamer on the mediums, and Ace and Torn on the hards. So the drivers are making their way now around turn number 13 off this racetrack. Oh, well, spinning it. There is Chad. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter one bit. So, getting into place will be Smithy. He will line up in second position. He will be the man alongside Chad, who is about to slot into position. Wait for him. He will appear to the first grid slot, and there he is. Right, round number 12 is 5 red lights away. The final race before the Christmas break is underway. It's a good reaction time from Chad, but Smithy in the second phase gets away well as well, and he's going to dive into the inside as we make our way down towards turn number 1. Who is going to have the lead? It's going to be Smithy trying to get there as we make our way through the first corner. Smithy trying to get through. Side by side the rivals go, and Smithy has got into the lead. He gets past Chad, who is down into second. Carlabona gets past Noah, who's on the hard tyres. Could he be under pressure from the driver behind HP Gamer? Maybe a tiny bit more back as Carlabona runs wide. That may give an opportunity for Noah to fight back as we make our way now through the opening sector and now towards sector 2, and it's Ace and 6. Raphael dropping down to 7th, and the two Hasses in 7th and 8th. Torn maybe thinking about one on his teammate, and there we see Ace maybe thinking about one on HPA Gamer. However, what a start to the race that was. Smithy and Chad giving us some entertainment, flying down into turn number 1. And it looked like that Chad actually got the better reaction time, but in the second phase, I think through the gears, it was Smithy who got the better start, and he was able to apply the power and straight away put some pressure. Chad tried to shut the door, but Smithy still got to the inside, and that was crucial. He got the inside, and he got the lead, as now he tries to pull away from Chad, and he's deploying all the ERS he can to do so as well. Here is Carlabona. Torn has got past Raphael. That's a tiny bit of surprise, not too oh yeah, actually just realised, I think Raphael may hit maybe a ghost, because he's actually had to go and eat. So, okay, there we go, that's why, just remembered from seeing the chat. So 1 second separates, or now over 1 second, 1.1 seconds separate the top two in this race. And then we have Carlabona, 9/10. Oh no! What's happened to Smithy? It looks like there's been a mistake and they've collided, and they're leading to collide, and there was confusion of what actually happened. However, they come together, and Smithy and Chad are still lucky to be in this race, but a dramatic moment and a dramatic twist means that Carlabona leads in Bahrain after the top two in the race come together, and that will definitely be debated, because I guess, first of all, I was about to say what was actually going on, because we didn't have a clue. I think there has to be a mistake there by Smithy, and then he tried to shut the door. So, as a commentator, those are the difficult moments as a commentator, those are the difficult moments where you have to say so much, as we see Smithy and Raphael getting too close together, which it isn't really Raphael, by the way. It is his ghost. He's trying to get to the inside. And I was about to say, as a commentator, those are the things you have to do. It can easily change. You have to, first of all, kind of wonder what actually happened there, first of all. Was there a mistake? What happened? And then you actually see them going side by side before they collide. You have to commentate on them. Now they're side by side, so the battle is on once again. So there's so many things you have to say at once, but I think I managed to all get it out correctly. But definitely a twist I didn't expect, and I think it's the first time that I've actually commentated on the leaders colliding. I'm not too sure. Maybe the leaders have collided, like the leaders going wheel to wheel and colliding. But I feel like this has to be. I think the FIA may need to take a look at that, because I just feel like they collided first of all in a straight line as well when rejoining, so definitely they both maybe went into each other's line, or or Smithy maybe tried to cut across when rejoining. Not too sure, because obviously we're obviously unsure what actually happened to Smithy first of all, but there's many things that could have happened. Not trying to, first of all, I'll just get this out there before someone tries to come at me. Not trying to put blame, but I'm just telling you the possible situations that might have happened. That Smithy went off the track and then rejoined in the part of Chad. There's many things that could have happened. But yeah, a dramatic twist, but that gives us now a battle for the lead once again, and it's a hard runner, Noah, who is on the attack. And I think Jordan, he may be missing a incredible moment right now. Not too sure if he's busy, but I did see he would come. Hopefully he can come later. Maybe I think he may just, something may have just came up, so he wasn't able to join. But I'm sure he'll be watching the race definitely later. And remember, if you guys are watching on YouTube, you guys can watch the race live at 6 PM on Saturdays to see everything unfold live and be able to even communicate with us. And if you have any questions, you can also ask those and I'll be able to answer it. And make sure you join the Discord server as well, because the Discord server has a lot of more insights and more information you get to know for driver moves. Basically, normally you guys have to wait a whole week till I tell you, and now we have the Christmas break, so it's going to be a bit more of a wait for you guys. But what a year this has been for FPRL as well, and what a race we are getting. I think the members are also getting up, which is good. So thank you for joining us if you are just joining us, and if you are joining us now, you've joined at the right time. But what you have missed is that Smithy and Chad have come together. But now what you are watching now in front of your eyes is two incredible drivers about to battle it out for the lead of the race. One of the hards, one of the mediums, but Noah still seems to have the advantage as we go down into the first corner. We're actually going to turn our attention to Chad versus Ace down into turn number 1. And I don't think Ace could do much, but can Ace maybe try and get the DRS and fight back down towards turn number 4 using DRS, gaining, needs to be careful, inside line for Ace, can he go for it? That would have been a very late lunge if he did, tried it, but he knew there. But I think Chad won't be too happy about the contact earlier. I don't think he wanted to get involved in more. Sensible decision there by Ace to back out. Meanwhile, this is the battle for the lead even closer as we make our way down into turn number 10. Apply the power now, and it's Aston Martin versus Red Bull for race victory. You can see Carlo Bona is using ERS. He doesn't want to lose the lead, and this battle is gonna be tight around the lights in Bahrain as we see the back of the Aston Martin being chased down by the Red Bull driver, who is on the hard tyres. There is a spin for Smithy. Not going to plan for him. And unless we get some kind of safety car, it's going to be very hard for him now. But what it also will be hard, it'll also be now hard for Carlo Bona to keep Noah behind, because he is gaining at a rate of not gaining as we make our way down towards turn number 1. Will the Aston Martin driver have to go on the defensive? Well, Noah ain't able to make the move through there, but he's got very close and may now have a run as we make our way now down towards turn number 4, maybe a tiny bit too far back. Could he? But now he's much more closer. Now he is keeping the pressure on. And now there is an opportunity for the lead to change. Smithy has been given a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. And I think he might have exceeded a tiny bit too much, as you can see, getting very, very close now. So I looked away for a second and they were nose to tail. So do not look away if possible. But I'm obviously having to look at the different chats and much more information. But I'll try my best to not look away either, because this battle is gonna keep us at the edge of our seats. I actually really, and Smithy is retired, I actually really struggle to commentate from sitting down. We have a virtual safety car. So back onto the point, I actually struggle to commentate from sitting down because, oh, don't get that close, guys. I think it's because of the excitement you need to first of all bring, and it's just so energetic, just so brilliant to watch. So you kind of, oh, collarbone for a second, I thought it was coming in. It's kind of a bit hard to sit down and commentate for me. I usually just stand up the whole race. DRS is enabled. There may be an opportunity now for Noah, and Carlo Bona is run wide. Carlo Bona runs wide, and now the Red Bull driver is in the wheel tracks. It used the ERS as we make our way now down towards turn number 4. Carlo Bona goes defensive. Here comes Noah. He's trying to make the move round the outside of turn number 4. Can he sweep round? Watch this. Round the outside of turn number 4. Carlo Bona keeps his foot in, but Noah keeps it even harder, and he takes the lead here in Bahrain. And he does need to go longer, but he's managed to get the move done. And Carlo Bona, who will be coming in soon because he is on the medium tyres, has to lose out. But can he now stay close to the Red Bull driver and try and fight back? But Noah has got into the lead. That was a very, very exciting battle to watch. However, I think Carlo Bona is not going to settle, and he is going to fight back. HPA Gamer needs one of these days where Chad doesn't have the best of results, and he may be joining this battle as well. Now, we may have lost Smithy, unfortunately. Very sad. We're going to miss out on the Chad Smithy duel. But I'm fine if we're going to get a bit of Carlo Bona, Noah and HPA Gamer going on. Wow, that was magnificent to watch of how they dueled it. And now, get ready for some more, because Noah is breaking the slipstream, and you can see Carlo Bona is coming closer as you make our way down towards turn number 1. Look at the speed of the Aston Martin, flying through he goes. And Noah, I think Noah's doing a Charles Leclerc here. Noah's doing a Charles Leclerc. He wants the DRS. It is so tight as they make their way through turn number 2, and now they're going to make the run down towards turn number 4. Noah has the DRS, and Noah keeps the lead, doing some Charles Leclerc tactics, and it has worked to perfection. Noah keeps the lead, and Carlo Bona is doing his best. But now HPA Gamer has arrived on the scene, so they can't be doing too much tactics now, because there is another driver to capitalize. They can't be brake checking each other, because they can't be going too slowly, because HPA Gamer is going to be rubbing his fingers. This is not over yet, and can Carlo Bona try and stay close? Now he'll use the ERS. This time he'll gain with the DRS. But it looks like he's lost a tiny bit on this lap. That was magnificent to watch though. Aston Martin versus Red Bull. Not a battle I expected coming into today, to be watching for the lead at least. But it's the one we've got, and it's an amazing one as well. Chad, who made a pit stop, passed Torn as well. Don't think we'll get a move this lap for the lead at least. And Epic now, as they make their way down towards Thunderborn. Collarbone using all the ERS he has. Down towards Thunderborn he goes. HPA Gamer has a lot more, and he will surely be under attack. What a magnificent race this is to watch already. And the DRS open for second and third place man. Let's just check in with the other drivers. Here is Chad. I mean, don't count Chad out. Don't count him out. Anything is possible. I'm not too sure if Raphael is back. We'll find out as they go into the corner. It doesn't look like he's back. I think he's back. Yep, he's back. Think so. But I won't 100%. I won't. I'm not too sure though. So that's the thing. Now, is there an opportunity for the AlphaTauri to move up into second? Chases the Aston Martin. Can he go around the outside? This will get so tight, and HPA Game has to back out of it. And this is Noah's chance to kind of run away. I think personally, Carlabona, if Carlabona let him through, maybe there was a chance that he could get the DRS on Noah, and then they could battle it out. So was that the correct decision for Carlabona? Because then Carlabona would still be behind, but there was a chance then they could collide. Because, and there's so many more things, but I think he knows that he doesn't have the pace, so he didn't want to risk it. But now we can see DRS open for HPA Gamer and for Carlabona, but much more ERS for HPA Gamer as we fly down into the first corner, trying to get the move done. Is gonna get the move done. Second place for the AlphaTauri man of HPA Gamer, and he's now gonna try and chase after Noah now. And we'll see when the pit stops do take place. Do not leave right now, because the battles are taking place, and it is the contention for race victory. Here is Chad. He was hoping to do that. I mean, he still absolutely can. Okay? He still absolutely can. He has the pace. And maybe we could get a bit of Noah versus Chad. Noah versus HPA Gamer. I'm up for anything we get today. Any kind of battling. But what we've got so far in these 10 laps is extraordinary. And I think you guys have enjoyed it as well. And over the Christmas break I will be posting some clips of some of the battles we've seen while the streams have been happening. So every single race I've commentated, because that's the only races we have the footage of. So I'll be able to show you some clips. Look at the two Hasses as they go side by side now, and Raphael is going to get the move done. I think I got a bit too that got a bit too scary, didn't it? Two Hasses squeezing each other. Well, you're lucky Gunther Steiner is in your team, boss. Currently, he is in real life, but at least not in the virtual world. So I don't think Gunther Steiner would appreciate that one very well. Chad flying, not a surprise, and he is ahead of Carlabona. So that means, don't count Chad out, he could even be ahead of HPA Gamer and Noah. Wow. So it's going to be tight between them. So does HPA Gamer pit this lap? Guys, this is going to get very tight, I think. This is going to be very tight while this battle also goes on. I think that's a bit too wide there for HPA Gamer. As DRS usage down the straight for the AlphaTauri man. We may have two AlphaTauris against one Red Bull. But also another thing is, I did say don't count Chad out, but remember, he needs to, I think, make another pit stop, because he started on the mediums, he went to another set of mediums, and that's two compounds, the same two compounds. So he'll need to use another one, which he may try and go long and then go on to a set of the softs, we don't know, or he'll pit soon and go on to set of hards. We'll obviously have to wait and see on that. However, these are the top two in this race. Will HPA Gamer maybe sit back right now, knowing that he doesn't want to lose too much time to Chad, and possibly just sit back right now and enjoy life with possibly a chance to win this? Or will HPA Gamer go scrapping, trying to get past Noah? They are on different strategies, remember that. But will they go scrapping, possibly losing time to drivers like Chad and Carla Bona, and possibly getting undercutted by them? Anything is possible here in FPRL. And we are being treated to an absolute thriller before we head onto the Christmas break. And HPA Game are trying to stay close. I don't know if these two can afford to go wheel to wheel too much and possibly bang wheels, possibly have contact. Well, we'll find out around the corner now. What's the exit looking like for HPA Gamer? Does HPA Gamer even stay out, or is he coming in? He may just be coming in this lap. So, yep, he's diving it in. Oh no. I kind of felt that was going to happen because I think he carried a bit too much speed. 5-second time penalty for HPA Gamer. There still could be safety cars. There still could be more. So still, it's not over yet for him. Still, they could be served. And maybe if he has the pace, you can pull an over 5-second gap. But the problem will be for him. This man, who is on the hards, was leading, and he will be able to chase drivers like HPA Gamer and Chad down later. So, and obviously Carla Bona as well. So HPA Gamer came out. It was pretty close to Chad, or I guess close, like around under 1 second, but then obviously due to cold tires he loses time. So he's still getting that up to temperature. Carla Bona, as you can see, has lost time, so it hasn't been good outlaps for him. As we see the drivers make their way right now on lap number 13 of the contest. Here is Carla Bona in 5th position right now as he makes his way through 12 and towards turn number 13. And he's trying to get closer to the driver ahead, which is HP8 Gamer. And Noah is obviously going to continue for a bit and then pit onto a set of mediums. Now, if we don't get any safety cars, I'm actually really interested to see how these strategies will pay off. And I think for the first time in a very long... I mean, I don't think every single... I think... Except... Yeah, I think every single race... That... Oh no! Chad is round! Hold on. Sorry to interrupt myself. Yes, I'm interrupting myself. Can you believe it? Anyway, while I'm interrupting it myself for the right causes, Chad has gone round, unfortunately. And that's not going his way today. Right. Right, now I need to rethink of what I was saying. Here are the two Hasses again. Not more of this. Okay. So, not too sure exactly what I was saying now. That's the thing that you can't forget. So it's going to be interesting to see right now this battle though between the two Hasses. And if they're going to get feisty like they were before, it is going to be very chaotic. Late launch there from Raphael. Position gain there for Raphael. And Torn does have the ERS. He has all the ERS in the world, so if he wants to, he can come back down the next straight. Raphael got a brilliant exit. Let's see the drivers make their way through right now. So I think I was talking about the safety cars, and how we haven't got a safety car, at least when I've commentated. So yeah, when I've commentated leagues, I've not seen a race without a safety car. But if we don't get a safety car, it's actually going to feel like a bit of an F1 esports race where they obviously don't have safety cars. But which strategy works out here? Will it be the driver starting on the hards? He will go to the mediums. Can he do something right at the end to chase down the other drivers and win this race? Or can the drivers who started on the mediums, gone into hards, be able to defend from Noah? I cannot wait. But I think these two need to kind of be hoping that they are setting some good laps right now, because if Noah comes out ahead, then that's kind of race over for them. They need to make sure that definitely they are ahead by at least a few seconds, because I want a little last few laps. I want a last few laps battle between them, not a lap 20 overtake or something. So let's hope this is a race that does go long, and we have a battle under the lights in the final few laps here in Bahrain. And what a race we currently had, a circuit which was not even meant to be on the calendar. And that's why you gotta love it. We saw, obviously you can do the Charles Leclerc tactics if you want. Around here there's 3 DRS zones, remember that. And I think Miami, for you guys it would be a bit more funny rather than entertaining, because I think the drivers would be spinning or crashing. I think that's what most drivers at least say. So I think most drivers do say they would be spinning and crashing, and they absolutely hate the circuit. So you would not see too much wheel to wheel, you would see more drivers spinning it. And if there was any race on the calendar that I thought that there's a chance of no one finishing, it may be that one. Except the drivers were obviously good. There was a few drivers who were like, why are we replacing Miami? Stuff like that. And I think that's because they've been able to get used to Miami, while the other drivers still struggling and not enjoying the circuit. So Ace is one of the other drivers, and Torn, on those hard tires who have gone long. Into the pits comes Ace. Ace is coming in. So actually, I'll be able... There we go. What we're actually going to do is, for the first time I think I'm actually going to do this, but as you can see the order is just changing. We'll talk about Ace in a bit. So let's just view Noah's last lap time. So 1 minute 32.6, and compare it to HBA Gamer. 1 minute 32.8. Right, that isn't good. The gap is 25.1 seconds. Now we have a clear comparison between them. So let's see. And especially if HPA Gamer has a penalty, that is not good news at all. And people call Carlobona the track limit merchant. Well, guess what? He has not got any track limits, at least penalty, yet. The gap is coming down, and that's why Noah is in. Noah is in. And let's see where he comes out. He may even be ahead. Watch this. His tires won't be up to temperature. HPA Gamer makes his way down towards turn number 1. There is Noah, and I think... Wow, I think this is going to be a Noah victory coming your way today then. Can you believe it? Hard tires, and he was still able to go faster than the fresh tires of HPA Gamer and Carlo Werner. That is epic stuff. And HBA Gamer's only... Oh no, he's made a mistake. I was about to say, his only chance would have been to right now get in the DRS and just make the move immediately when his tyres are cold. But that wide moment would have hurt him. It's not obviously the hard tyres, so it's a bit more easier. So the gap is 1.5 seconds, but I think this will now be a Noah dominance to the end. What a epic strategy, but I think even without the strategy, he's had the pace. So, Jordany, hello, right. Thank you for joining us today, Jordany. Lovely to see you. And I think, Jordany, you may have, I think definitely, so continue watching now till the end, but definitely later on, rewind and watch the race from the beginning, because I think it's going to be a race that you will love. So, but thank you for joining us today. The gap 2.3 seconds, and he's just going to continue to go up. So I think there can only be a safety car now, which is possible. It is absolutely possible. Chad also came into the pits while all of that was going on. He is slotted in to 5th. I think there's a lot of drivers here who would need safety cars right now, as we see Jordany in chat saying Noah woohoo. So I said he would be happy. He is absolutely happy about the performance that Noah is currently pulling out of the park. Right, 1 minute 31.6, and he's gonna get the fastest lap as well. Oh no, HBA Gamer is spun around, and he spun, and Ace is gonna move up to the podium. And now can he go fully on the defensive? So Sene watching on as well, and he says track should have stayed at Miami. I think the debate really started when most of the fans and people in chat, like everyone in general, just was screaming about Miami being on the calendar. Now obviously to race I'm unsure. But to commentate on at least, I think Bahrain does get the edge. I have done a few commentary for Miami. I have done a few commentary. I just think to watch, I do understand why the fans have completely do not really like it, because to watch for me it isn't too fancy either, because I've done some commentary on it, but to drive it may be a different story. So here is HP8 Gamer. So the race is currently just running calm, nothing really happening unless we will get a safety car, and I think we may have HP8 Gamer chasing down Ace. Here is HP Gamer, here is Chad, and Raphael as well. Can Ace hold on to take a fabulous podium? And I think if Ace is going to take this podium, and could even close in on Carlo Bona here, I think if Ace was to finish second, then could Ace try and chase down Carlo Bona? Looks unlikely though, but you never know. But I think for the fans, mostly they support Noah and Ace, so I think there will be a lot of celebrations if it's Noah and Ace, but they have Noah and Ace on the podium, so I think they'll be happy for that. Here is HP Gamer, he's gonna try his best to close in. I think the gap got to 2.5 seconds. Oh no! And he spins around. And he returns back to the circuit, another spin for HP Gamer. A day where he needed to capitalize. Here is Torn on Chad, and doesn't look like he'll be able to do that. That's gonna release pressure off Ace. Here is Carlo Bona running in second. I think there is a possibility that everyone on the podium will be a happy man today. I think everyone on the podium will be a happy man today. And it's only those some days where everyone on the podium is happy. Germany 2019 real life was one of those races as well, where whoever's on the podium is happy. And I think this is another one. And talking about another one, here is another spin for HP Game, unfortunately, which drops him behind Raphael as well, and he comes into the pits. And he is retired. So that's it for the day for him. Here is Torn. And here is Chad, currently running in 4th place. And looks like we're just gonna, this is how we are gonna finish. Torn moves up. And also HP Gamer. So some people, well, obviously it's different for every driver, but I think some drivers would just decide to finish the race because they would still get points. I think HP Gamer just says, it's just not been my day, I'll just retire. That's it for today. Here is Ace, currently running in 3rd, and I think he will absolutely be happy with that. And after some tough weeks, some tough races for him, think he can go into the summer, or not summer, well, the winter break. We don't normally have, because the F1 season doesn't split up, so we don't actually have a winter break as the whole season ends. So it is called the winter break, but midway through the season we don't have any kind of winter break. We do have a summer break, but obviously we are stopping for I think it is 2 weeks. We return on the 7th due to obviously Christmas, so everyone will be a bit busy, and then New Year as well. So we'll be back on the 7th here in FPRL. Another thing I needed to tell you is that Tier 2 has unfortunately closed due to the attendance levels. So we won't be having Tier 2 for the rest of the season, and I am your champion. So I am your champion for the season. So that's it for Tier 2. And make sure if you guys want to drive, there is a lot of seats open in Tier 2. There is, I think, so many seats, because I think most of the Tier 2 drivers will probably move to Tier 1 most likely. So there's a lot of seats open. Make sure you guys jump in to get them. I'm just checking if I need to tell you guys anything, because you guys will have to wait quite a bit till we next live stream due to Christmas and New Year. So I think Aston Martin are very consistent, always getting positions like 3rd, 4th and 5th. So very consistent. And obviously on the days where some drivers have bad luck, they are there to capitalize. So here is Carlabona, and for example, if Noah wasn't racing, it would have been Carlabona's win. So always there, always up there, ready to take any points. And same with Sene as well. And it's unfortunate for him, because he was only like 2 or 3 minutes away. If he was able to join a tiny bit quicker, he would have actually been participating in this race, and you never know, it could have been him on the podium, could have been him on the top step, we never know. So into the pits for Raphael. Sene saying it was 1 minute. Yep. So yeah, it was very, very unfortunate. Here is Raphael, also gonna have an attempt to try and take the fastest lap away from this man. So just quickly checking if there's anything else you guys need to know before we, not too sure there'll be interviews either, but before we end the stream after the race. Don't want to do all of it at the end, because I think we want to maybe have a few minutes chat first of all about this part of the season, what's happened lately, and just a little recap before we do head into the winter break as well. And yep, so I think I've taken you guys through everything. In the meantime, let's actually, as we just have nothing going on at all, let's take you through last race's results. So we had Chad winning, and it was on the last lap. So yep, Sene saying, I mean, really, if I joined, I would have definitely been within the fight for that win. Yep, because Carlabona was there. We saw many different drivers, but I think Sene definitely would have also been in that. Let's just continue with the results, as Noah's about to head on to the penultimate lap. Sene finished in 2nd in France, and he would have finished, I think, on the podium, I think definitely this race. We had Raphael in 3rd, Charlie, who's, it's not gone his way today, he finished in 4th, Majojan isn't here today, but he finished in 5th, Ace in 6th, and finally he will be able to be on the podium. We have Carlabona in 7th, Ollie, who got the fastest lap as well, in 8th, and we have Flame in 9th. So, do we have a spin? Think we might do for Torn. Yep. And I think Chad has also come in knowing he has the gap, so we're going to see many fastest lap attempts going on. However, for Noah, he will just have to navigate one more lap of the 15 corners of Bahrain International until he is crowned the winner of round number 12, and will give him a confidence boost going into the winter break. He's already won 2 races in FPRL, and if he can just navigate the 15 corners which are remaining, he will go on to take his third. Carlabona will take another podium. What a good job by him today. Was in the mix for the win at the beginning, but I think just didn't have the pace, but did absolutely everything he could to be on the defensive. Here is Ace. What a special moment it will also be for him. I haven't seen him on the podium in any of the races I've commentated in FPRL so far, but I think he has got podiums previously and has, but I think it's the first time where I'm going to see a major result by him. Chad will finish in 4th. Damage limitation for him after the contact he had, really couldn't do much after that. Then we had Raphael in 5th and Torn in 6th. Right, but attention turns to the Red Bull driver, as he will head into the winter break with a confidence boost. I think the top 3 definitely will, as Raphael sets the fastest lap. Well, went on a different strategy, was brave. Even without the strategy, he had the pace overall, and he came out ahead, and all he had to do then is drive off and dominate the rest of this race, which he did perfectly. He managed the race and managed the battles to perfection as well, and it's gonna be Noah who takes his 3rd win in FPRL, as he's across the line to win in Bahrain. And it will be also a happy race for Carlabona, and he will come home to take another podium. And then we will wait in the background for Ace, who will also drift a bit across the line and weave across the line to take a brilliant podium for him. It's Ace who finishes in 3rd, and that's another driver who will go into the winter break happy. Here is Chad trying his level best to nick the fastest lap away, and he has the fastest 2nd sector. And if you are the champion, all you can do is try and maximize all the points you can get, and that's exactly what he is trying to do, trying to get a point for the fastest lap as well. And he will obviously take the top points in qualifying, as Chad to the line. Can he get the fastest lap? You bet he can. 1 minute 30.4. He finishes in 4th, and then Torn has already taken the checkered flag, so it'll be Raphael who will take 5th for Haas. Good points there for Haas, 5th and 6th. Well, interesting race that. And Noah will be happy. And I think this is the final time I will actually have to commentate in 2022. So what a brilliant race to end off commentary for me this year. I will be back next year to finish off the FPRL season. So here are your results. Noah coming on top. And then we have Carlabona in 2nd. Ace, what a result for him, in 3rd. Then Chad, I think he did the best he could today, except that little spin he had. He finishes in 4th. Raphael in 5th, and then Torn in 6th. And HBA Gamer, he will be incredibly disappointed. He knows this was a race that he had a chance of beating Chad. Well, he does not even score any points. And for Smithy, He's a driver who definitely knows he had a chance of victory, but unfortunately it will slip away after contact with Chad, and that was really it. After that, I think after that it was impossible, couldn't really do much. So I'll be told, and I'll ask if I'm not told, will there be interviews? And actually, if there is interviews, I will actually need to interview Ace myself, because he normally does the interviews, but I'll be interviewing him. Also, guys, if you want me to ask any questions to the drivers, then make sure you let me know in chat. So I'll just wait for confirmation on that, and if we don't, well, unfortunately, really don't want to end, but that will be it for FPRL in 2022. And we will wrap it up, not straight away, so we don't have interviews. So I think I'm going to spend around a few minutes and next race will be Singapore. Cannot wait for that. That is going to be a banger of a race. Right now, what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to take you through what's happened since I've started covering, because I think that's from where you know, and really since then, before I started actually commentating, I think the championship, and there was different drivers who have not raced anymore, and I don't actually know about this. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I think this may be Chad's home race next time out. I'm taking a pure guess, but I feel like there's someone here whose home race is Singapore, but I think it's Chad, but I'm not too sure. So there is someone, and if I'm wrong, I will definitely tell you guys next time out, once I definitely find out myself. Right, I'm just going to quickly take you through what's been happening lately before we round off this season. So I think we'll start from let's start from Austria. I think let's start from Austria. Right, so that's when we had the two AlphaTauris dominating Chad and HPA Gamer first and second. We had Josh in third, Sene in fourth, Logan, who doesn't race anymore, in fifth, Carla Bona in sixth, Noah in seventh, and Ace in eighth. That was quite a interesting and chaotic race. Then we went to Jeddah, and we had a bit of last lap battling, but it was Charlie who came on top. Flame finished in second, Chad finished in third, Sene finished in fourth, Josh in fifth with the fastest lap, Ace in sixth, HPA Gamer in seventh. Then we had Kieran, who doesn't race anymore, so that doesn't really matter. But then we had Noah in ninth, Raphael in 10th. And then sprint in Belgium. We went sprinting around Belgium in the dry. We had Noah, who came out on top, Chad in second, HPA Gamer in third. Then we have Carla Bona in fourth, Ace in fifth, Charlie in sixth, Sene in seventh. And then I think Josh, who was dominating that sprint race, he had a mistake and spun right on the penultimate lap when Noah was chasing him down. Then the main race in Belgium, Chad won, Carla Bona finished in second, Charlie in third with the fastest lap. Then we had Noah, Sene, Ace, Josh, and HPA Gamer. Then we went to Monza, and it was Curvo who came out on top. And then it was HPA Gamer in second, Sene taking a podium faster than Martin. And then we had Flame in fourth, Ace in fifth, Carla Bona in sixth, and Charlie in seventh. And then Budapest we went to, and we had Noah coming out on top. We had Raphael taking second, Ollie took third in his debut in Tier 1, And then we had Jaden taking 4th, Chad in 5th, Ace in 6th, and Shub, who doesn't race anymore, in 7th. Then we had Netherlands that took place. It was Chad who came out on top, Flame in 2nd, Carlabona in 3rd, Sene in 4th, Noah in 5th, Ace in 6th, Carver in 7th, HP8 Gamer in 8th, Shub in 9th, and Jazzy in 10th. And then finally, last time out, we had Chad on top, Sene in 2nd, Raf in 3rd, Charlie in 4th, Majojo in 5th, Ace in 6th, Carlabona in 7th, Ollie in 8th, and Flame in 9th. Right, so that's just rounding it up. That's what's happened since Austria. And remember, if you want to watch any of the races that you've missed, or just want to watch anyway, make sure you do so. It will be on YouTube on the FPRL channel. Well, a lot has happened, a lot has changed. Chad is trying to run away with the title. Can Noah, can Sene, or can anyone else put up some kind of late challenge in the last few races? Let me just take you through what will be the last few races. So we are heading now into the Christmas break. Then we will have Singapore when we return, which is the championship leaders home race. And then we have Abu Dhabi, round number 14. Then we have Mexico, the final sprint race of the year, and the final race of the year. What a contest that will be. And it will be in Brazil. Right, that is it then for 2022. Thank you for joining us. My name has been Omi. Thanks to Ace for doing the interviews. Obviously we haven't been able to have it today, but when he has done it, thank you to him. Thank you to the drivers for providing all the action, and thank you to you for watching. And when we return, we will be returning on the 7th of January, right after the week after New Year, and we'll be back with some interesting races to round off the season. I cannot wait. My name has been Omi, as I've already said, and we will see you after the Christmas break. We really hope you have a epic Christmas and a epic New Year. Take care.